Hello, this is Andy Graham of Hobo Traveler in Grand Bassam, Cote d'Ivoire, West Africa. I want to show how this Verizon BlackBerry kind of works, this has really been a windfall for me. Okay, but when you're traveling around the planet, what happens is you have to change connections. So like right here, I think I'm using Vodafone Netherlands or something like that, and it's going through the Cote d'Ivoire system, blah blah blah. So once in a while I can't get a browser to open, and it just sits there and searches for a long time. Basically, let's see if I can show it. It would be like I click on settings here or something like that, and you get this little requesting thing at the bottom. Sometimes that can go on forever and ever and ever, and it will never change the page. Okay, here's 10 solutions that I've came up with to do it. First of all, I want you to say you should just first close the browser. One solution is to actually go to close and close it. Then as you open it up, it comes back to the page. It sort of cleans up some temps. Also, what you can do then is go to options, click on cache operations. This is a huge one. I do this constantly all day long. Okay, then I want to clean up basically all the temporary files on the computer. So I'm going to clean up history, I'm going to clean up cache, clean up push content. It'll ask me if I want to do that. I have no idea. I guess I can clean up cookies if I want to. Okay, that's a very simple way, and this is really one of the biggest problems, is always the cache. Okay, so you see it says cleaning memory. Okay, now I'm going back to the page. I actually have another small system on the computer which is a little difficult to find, but it's called Memory Cleaner. If you can find this Memory Cleaner button, I don't know if we can watch it real quick, but it'll sit there and it'll clean up all the memory. Boom, 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 boom. I'm not sure if it does the cache. I basically do the cache on the browser, then I do the cache on the thing. Now, if you have 2 or 3 different browsers, say you have Opera Mini, you're probably going to have to clean the browser on that too. Okay. Okay, the next thing I do, which is a very big problem, is I have to adjust the signal. Okay, this is turn on all connections, turn on. This is one of the biggest things you have to learn about if you're going to travel internationally, is that you have these different connections. I can turn on the Wi-Fi, I can turn on the Bluetooth. So sometimes I don't have a connection, so all I have to do is turn off the connection, wait until the little red, yellow line disappears, the little yellow, no, there's a green check mark. When that disappears, and then what I do is turn it back on. Sometimes that's all it takes to reset the connection, and I will be able to use my phone again. Okay, worst case scenario. Okay, worst case scenario, what I do is I have to reset the whole computer. I'm not going to do it right here, but what I do is I take the back off, I pull the battery out while it's going normally. I'm understanding that you can do this, and then so I've done it many times. So what it does is then I reinsert it back into the computer, and that resets all the software and makes everything kind of work better. That's kind of a, I do it quite often, like maybe twice a week. Okay, if sometimes you're having problems with the browser, you may just want to switch browsers. So you can go into options again and say browser configuration. Probably got the wrong one here. Okay, I'm using the BlackBerry browser. I truly recommend you always use the BlackBerry browser, but sometimes pages do show up better in Firefox or Internet Explorer, whatever, but BlackBerry browser almost always works correct. Okay, if you're really having problems, you could download, BlackBerry only lets me see one page, so I'm trying to download Opera Mini so I can actually see 2 pages at one time. And Opera Mini is a much better system in a way, but they don't make it as a default user. I'm haven't got it on this computer right now to do it. Okay, another thing to do is charge battery. You got to look at the battery. Is it charged? Sometimes you just don't have a charge, and you're not going to be able to surf. So this is another problem. So there's many variables. Okay, now the more complicated thing to explain is every country you enter into, you're going to have to set up a mobile network connection. So I go into, see if I can get this to focus. Scan. I can. I've got all these combinations. I've got GSM, UMT, IV, global. What I have to do is I have to try every single one of these connections because I really don't know which one's going to work. And sometimes I go into a country and then I try first. I try GSM, UMTS, then I try 1XEV, then I try global. And then I go through the whole system, and then it says 3G, 2G, and it may say 2G, 3G. Gives you all these possible combinations, and I really don't have any simple way to do this, but this is the secret to getting a connection in each country. Every time you enter a country, you have to do this. I can scan for available networks, and one way to get the signal to do is to go from automatic. Sometimes it jumps. Like right here, orange is the signal I want. So I'm going to choose orange, and then it switches to that. But there's automatic connection. Sometimes when it's on automatic, it jumps around and tries to go between connections. So it's probably better if you keep it on manual, and once you know which one you're on, you put it on manual as opposed to automatic. You have two sources here, automatic and manual. Once you've figured out which connection works, go to manual and configure it so that it chooses that network all the time so that it doesn't get confused on which network to choose. Okay. Thank you. This is Andy, Hobo Traveler in Côte d'Ivoire, trying to explain how to travel the world with a Verizon BlackBerry Bold. Thank you. Bye-bye.